Good morning, everyone. It is really early. I got here probably about 45-ish minutes earlier than what I typically do. So it's not even 7 o'clock yet. But I wanted to get here early today because I did a little bit of shopping yesterday with my partner teacher. We went to Ikea and I got a few things for the classroom. Wanted to make sure I got my small group area cleaned up because I am out for 2 whole days this week, which is a little bit crazy. So I wanted to also show it to all of you before I start putting it out in my room. I'm a very impatient person. Like, I have to have these things like out and ready to go as soon as I buy them. Like, it is absolutely awful. I'm worst person ever here. Okay, so let's go in through and see what it was that I got. So I really wanted to have some type of a lamp desk because I really like lamps. I'm all about the lamp life. And I wanted some type of a small lamp to put back here in my like table area. So I did find one and I was really excited. I did not find it at Ikea. I did find it at TJ Maxx. So this is what it looks like. It does look very Harry Potter-ish. I did want to get one of those little light bulbs, the ones where you can actually see the wires, although I could not find one that was in my price range. So this is still good. I'm gonna go ahead and use this with just a normal light until I can actually find one of those little lights that I really want. So that's one thing I got. Okay, I'm gonna also do Target. So I got a couple of things at Target because I wanted to have something seasonal up. So I went to the Target dollar spot and I just got a few of the little, what are these called? Table runners. I got a few table runners, so I'm gonna put these out, and then this one was just a cute little heart. So I found some of these and I bought those for the classroom so that I can have those out, which is great because I can use those every single year, which is really nice. Okay, going on to what I got from Ikea. One of the things that I actually got, I was not going to get it, but then I saw it and I've never actually seen it before, and I thought that this would be a really great idea to have inside of the classroom. But it is this big wire basket that is meant for those shelves that are back there, like the big shelves that I have from Ikea. So this sucker just like slides in there, and once I have this kind of set up, I will show it to you guys so that you can see how it works. But really excited about it. It's just a big gold wire basket. I'm all about the gold wire baskets, all about them. I did get a few plants, so I got the actual plant and then the little baskets to go with it. There's one, there's two. That one kind of got all bent out of shape. Uh-oh, that one really did. And then there's 3. So some little plants to put in the classroom. I really like having plants in the classroom, so there you go. I also found these. I don't have a use for them yet, but I figured that they would be something really great to use for some type of organization. These were in the little kids section, and they're little containers. So the little lids snap on it, and they just kind of lock. They were like $2 or $3 for 3 of them, which is really nice. And they're cute. So I went on ahead and bought 2 of these. I don't know what I'm going to use them for yet, but one day I will be able to use them. I know that we are already done and over with our pirate day, but I did get a little parrot because I was just like, oh, next pirate day that I have, I can have a little parrot. So I got a cute little parrot that I found in the kids section, and I forgot something over there. Okay, and now the final 2 things that I got, I was inspired by my partner teacher because she has something that's really cute on top of her table that she uses for her dry erase markers, and it's one of these. It's a little wooden one. I thought it was absolutely adorable. I can't wait to put it together. And then I got some of the little kids cups to put inside of it to be able to organize it. Fun, colorful, vibrant. There you go. I'm not all about the color. Like, I can't have some color, y'all. Like, I'm not all about the neutrals and non-color life. Like, I can't have a little bit of color. So very excited about putting this together. But that is all I got. I didn't go too stir crazy, which is nice, because I probably could have. I really probably could have gone crazy. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start putting these things out because I really want to put them out, and I will show you guys what I do with them later. I also need to get a few things copied this morning so that I can have everything ready to go for my group. So bye. Okay, so it is almost time for school to start. I did get my small group area semi cleaned up. It is not all the way cleaned up by no means. I need to turn my light on because it is super dark in here. So I did get my small group area as clean as I could get it right now. So I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So here's my small group area. Like I said, these are like little benches, so the kids are actually going to sit on top of these. And then the kids who sit here are going to be able to pull these out and have the choice of sitting on them right in this area. I will be here or standing up using the anchor chart, whichever it is. And then I can always have a kid sit there if they have like a coupon or something. I don't know yet. But it is all cleaned up. I still need to get a few items put inside of here. I like to keep materials that kids need to get to right away. So typically like dry erase boards, markers, those types of things, so that they can like literally either bend down and get it, or they can turn around and grab one. But I still need to put some of those things in there. I did put this together, although it is not all the way together because I am having a really hard time putting those screws in. But it is really, really cute. I moved all of my files that had their grades and stuff, all that need to get sorted out when I'm meeting with them for conferences, inside of this big basket. I like this basket better, and I'm so happy that I found it. It was like tucked away inside of my closet. So now it just kind of sits there, so when I am conferencing, I can just pull it out, and it doesn't look, it's not a sore eyesore, if you know what I mean. So here's kind of what that little area looks like. Uh-oh, bells rung. I put out a little table runner there. I have another table runner over here, and then I have just the new plants that are out over here, and then another one over there. I really need to change out that sign. So that's pretty much it. Their lesson plans are ready. I did change their learner targets just a little bit, where they have now a spot to be able to put time, book title, pages read, a start and end time, circle the process, so brainstorming, writing, revising, editing, and publishing, the name of their story, and then the start and end time for that, and then word study as well. I took away the map because I'm incorporating that into reading and into my small group time, so that they have more time to be able to finish it. But I like it. Let's hope that it actually works out this week. This is very new and trial and error, so it's going to absolutely take quite a bit of time to finally figure out what is the right way, what is the right combination in order to be able to do it. It's almost like classroom setup. So I will change my setup as many times as possible until I figure out what I exactly like. So far this is going okay, although I have not had a ton of small groups because we've been doing DRAs all last week. So I guess I should open up the door. I have like this hot mess. You see that right up back there? I have that big hot mess that I need to sort through and clean up. Oh my gosh, look at these containers. Look how freaking cute these are. I love them so much. Love them. So I was talking with my husband, and as I'm talking with my husband, it starts to freaking snow outside. I can't drive my car in the snow. That ain't gonna happen. I'm just not good at it, and it makes me nervous. Anyways, the day has gone pretty good so far. I literally have 2 minutes before I have to go pick up my kids from special. But I had 2 groups within like this little general area right here, and it's the first time that I'm actually holding small groups within this area because I have been doing DRAs since I've changed my setup. So couple of different things. Like, I have some kids who really like to sit on it, and then I have some kids who like to sit behind it and use it as an actual table. So here is kind of what I've done. So some of the kids like to sit behind it, use it as a table, and then I am going through and adding materials inside of here, and I will show you what I end up with at the very end of it. But right now what I'm putting are just some clipboards for kids who are sitting here.
Teachers, due to the weather, the rest of the recesses will be indoors.
But I have clipboards for kids who are going to be sitting over here in this general area where they can just kind of grab it from there. And then I have dry erase boards that are also over there for when we need to use dry erase boards. But I also have this little thing, doodad, that has my pencils in it. I am thinking about adding just pencils to the small group tables so that they have kind of easier access to it. So I don't know yet. But overall, right now, I am enjoying it. I like having my chair and just kind of this little intimate area for our kids to just be able to sit down and read books. Right now, I'm going through and creating another anchor chart using this text, which I'm so excited about. fantastic book. So I am creating an anchor chart using this text because this is one of the strategies that we are going to be using. If you have not already checked out her book, it is absolutely phenomenal. I do encourage you to go through and get it if you have not already. It is time for me to go pick up my kids. I'm gonna go pick them up and do my read aloud. Yay! So I can honestly say that I would much rather just stay in the classroom instead of having to leave, because having to write subplans can drive me absolutely up the wall. And now I'm writing 2 subplans for this week, so this is going to be super, super fun. So I am in the process of writing my actual plans. My room is semi cleaned up. It's not really all the way clean, but I'm not going to clean it all the way because my son is actually going to come back to the classroom with me. So I'm going to go pick him up, spend a little bit of time with him, because if not, then I'm going to have one of those episodes that I had where I was like a hot mess because I felt like I was at school pretty much the entire week and I didn't get to spend any time with him. So I'm going to go pick up my son Blaine, who is my younger one, bring him back for a little bit, and this is not until a little bit later. Like, I'm gonna get some work done before I go pick him up. So I'm going to go pick him up in a little bit, bring him back, and then my husband is gonna actually pick up pizza. We're gonna come back, we're gonna eat here, and then he might take them home, and then from there I'll just kind of finish up anything if I need to finish up, or if he will help me, he'll probably sit down and help me. I'm not really sure, but typically I won't be able to get my room cleaned up unless Blaine is actually gone. So I'm not really gonna bother with trying to pick up my room too much right now. More or less, I'm just going to get everything set up for my sub. So that's what I'm doing right now. Here's what my sub plans look like. So this is what my sub plans look like. I just put some special notes looking ahead, just some things that they need to know about, as far as like dojo and bathrooms and certain kids that I have in the classroom. And then here I break it down. So I have it by each of the different things that we're doing, and then I have kind of a little spot where they can check off what it is that they need to accomplish during that time. So I'm going through writing those up, getting those taken care of so that I can start getting all of the materials out, and then I will set them out in a little basket right here for them so they know exactly where to find them. So that's what I'm doing. I will say that my instruction for figurative language actually went extremely well. So I introduced the 2 that we were talking about today, which was metaphors and similes. And I had a text for them that they got to see, and they also had a video that they got to watch that went along with it that I just found on YouTube. From there, they had, after the video, they had to grab one of these little envelopes, and I didn't even label them yet because I literally was cutting them right before the kids got there. So let me show you what those look like. So what I did is I just took some different similes and metaphors, and I cut them up. So they had to sort them into a metaphor or a simile. So they read it. Her tears were flowing rivers. So that's going to be a metaphor, and then I'm going to put that down there. So they had to sort it with their partner, and once they did sort it with their partner, I wanted to see what they could do independently. So independently, they had to complete one of these that I made up. So it's just a similes and metaphor where they had to tell me which example it was, and then they had to circle the 2 things that were being compared. This is all going towards a bigger project that they're going to end up doing later on. I think what I want them doing is creating some type of video or some type of a lesson or instruction or something from it. And then what we are going to have is I have to figure out where I can get cardstock, because we are taking, and I found just some clip art off online, these little snowflakes, and we are putting their own examples of similes and metaphors on them. And we're gonna put them outside in the hallway and have them hanging, and we're doing it as a big vertical team. So that's something that I have to copy to go along with this. But then they're also gonna have like that big overarching, probably video later on that will go along with their similes and metaphors. Like, they have to actually be able to teach it and then give examples from books, from poems, from social media, anything that they kind of can find to give examples for each of them. So I need to build a rubric for that. It's on my list of things to do. Yes, I'm gonna start getting busy. I got a lot of things to get done. Okay, boys are gone. Close that door. The boys have finally left, so I am kind of wrapping up this video and showing you guys what it is that I'm leaving for my kids tomorrow. I am trying to keep my groups going as much as I possibly can so that when I get back, I'm not going to lose as much as I hopefully think that I'm going to lose. So the kids are going to come in like normal in the morning. They have a morning message that is up for them. Let me show that to you. So here's what it looks like. Good morning, learners. Today is day 5 on our schedule. I will not be in today, and I expect amazing behavior for our guest teacher, right? One thing that you are going to do today to show your absolute best. Have a great day and show pride. Warmly, Mrs. S. And then I have a list of their things. I need to print out some more of the blank ones so that I can add some of those things in there. So I'm going to get more of those done, hopefully tomorrow. So that's what they have for the morning. They will come in, and they always go outside, and I can show this to you because I don't think anybody's out there. Okay, so they will come in and they will come and look at their schedule. Oop, their schedule, and this is what their schedules look like. So I have the times right there, and then I just list the names over here for what times the groups that they have to go to. So once they put that into their learner schedule, which looks like this, they will put that into that very top line where it talks about with Mrs. Spackman. They will get started on kind of their work for the day until they have to go to morning meeting. My partner teacher is teaching morning meetings, so therefore I do not have to worry about teaching any of that. And for groups, they're working on, the majority of them are working on main idea and details, but they're all working on it in a very different way. So depending on the group, depending on where they are, they're all working on it a little bit different. But I really wanted to get that in, so that's kind of what they're working on. I do have this anchor chart that I pulled up. I added a little bit to it from what this reading strategies book had. I added a little bit more to it just because this is the way, I don't know, it just works in my brain, and this is the way I teach it. So this is the way I'm doing it. So is the author switching gears? Then we talk about how the author starts with the topic. It begins with the topic, goes into main topics, has details. So for instance, the cactus, animals live in a animals like to live in cacti, and then it has details here. So that's kind of how we're going about it. And then thinking about, do the pages go together? Is this a new idea? This book is really about thing. So that's their anchor chart for today, for tomorrow. And really we just I just added it and made it look a little bit prettier than what it did before we left at the end of the day. So they're doing that, but all of them are doing it with different texts, and they're doing it in different ways. I hope this makes sense, because some of them can kind of pick up really quickly. Other ones I have to be a little bit more explicit about it, and then I break things down and have them go really step by step by step. So that is what I'm doing with them. For writing, I am having the next group, so that group will continue working on similes and metaphors. So I've created an anchor chart up here for her to use. I give the I can statement right up there. It says I can explain the difference between a simile and a metaphor. What is figurative language? Goes into the definition, gives the definition of a simile and a metaphor, and then also gives examples there. When they are done with that, they'll watch the video that I've put up for them on Schoology. They'll complete the sort with their partner and post that into Seesaw. And then from there, they will complete that little quiz and finish up their writing that they need to do their final draft for and turn that in. That is a lot of work. They will not get all of that done, so hopefully that will keep them busy for the majority of the day or the afternoon. So yes, that's pretty much all I have for them. They're reading their read aloud, and here's kind of what the stuff looks like. I need to go get a candy bar because I forgot to buy a candy bar, and I need to put a candy bar up here, so I'm gonna drop it off on my way to the meeting that I have to be there in the morning. So here are the plans. I will always leave a pen up here. This has the kids' names for their attendance, the folders, their dojos, and then the emergency folder there. And then all underneath that, I put it directly in order, minus that book. And it's all in order for her to just be able to pick it up and move on to the next thing. I need to go put this in my partner teacher's desk. But that's pretty much it. I have all of that ready. That is ready to go. Everything's nice and neat. So feel like this was a little bit of a random vlog, and I'm really, really sorry if it was a random vlog. It was more of a, here's my day today. Oh, and I did a little haul. Let me show you what that ended up looking like. When I mean the ended up looking like, I'm talking about the basket that I bought. So here's the basket. Isn't that freaking awesome? How cool is that? Oh my gosh, it is so dusty on camera. Oh. But how cool is that? So the kids like to use these for like word study and stuff. And so I put all of their little word study bins in here for them to be able to use. I'm missing one. Where's one of my word study bins? Anyways, but that looks really cool. I really, really like this. Super, super cool. Looks nice too. Let's see. Let me show you some other things. So I got the other plants. Did I show you guys those? Look at those little plants. I had that one. I did get that one. And then here's one of the little table runners that I thought was super, super cute. I have the other table runner right there that I also think is very, very cute. What else did I get? Oh, that lamp. My lamp is over here, and I absolutely love that lamp. I think it looks gorgeous. And then I have this little supply bin over here too. So, which actually works out really nice because I literally just stick that right there and all the kids can kind of get at it for whenever they need it. So it works out really well. I love it. So added to my little classroom decor there, and everything looks really nice. It's all cleaned up. I do need to turn off my lights, and then I'm going home. I is going home. It is pretty late in the day. I'm glad that my family was able to come in, kind of hang with me for a little bit and help me get a few things like cleaned up and organized, which was really nice. Although I told you, my little boy, like, he just destroys things, so we had to like clean up after him. And the entire time I was stressed out that he was going to erase my morning message. Anyways, so all of that is done. Everything is good. I am ready to go. I have a meeting tomorrow, all day tomorrow, so I'm not gonna be here. But I don't plan on coming back. So I'm not gonna come back to the school. Not gonna come back to the school. Okay, I am gonna head out. I hope that you guys enjoyed this vlog. I'm sorry if it was a little bit random and more of just a, here's kind of how my day is going. I am really liking the new setup as far as this goes for my small group area. The kids seem to really like it, and I just like how easy it is to be able to move around. It's just easier than having a small group table. So I don't know. I really, really like it. It works for me. It works for my kids. So I guess that's really all that's important. But I mean, like I said, I've only used it for 1 day. So I guess I really shouldn't be able to say anything because you really don't know how something works in a day. Let's just be honest. Like, you really just don't. So we'll see how it ends up going after a couple of weeks of having this set up. But I do like it. The only thing that I do not like is not being able to see the door. So I can't see like who's looking in. You know what I mean? But other than that, everything looks decent and put together. So, I am going to end this vlog. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up, share it out, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys hopefully pretty soon. Bye! Okay, so before I actually walk into the door with my crazy family, can I just talk about the weather that happened today? Because it absolutely blew my mind. I was like, what in the world is going on? So I have the clip of the snow, like it was, and it got worse. Like, it was really bad for a moment there, and then all of a sudden, like, it stopped and it got sunny and it all melted, and then probably like 30 minutes later it started doing it again, and I'm like, what in the world is happening? It is supposed to, I think it's supposed to snow for the next couple days, like in the morning. I don't know. I think it was supposed to snow in the morning. Let me check my little weather app here. Why are you not? Stop it. I don't know. It says it's supposed to snow tomorrow. Who in the world knows? Like 7 and 8 a.m. Well, it's not supposed to snow as much as what it's supposed to. Anyways, freaking crazy weather. Could not believe it. I was kind of happy that I left my snowshoes at school because I was like, maybe I'm gonna actually need them. So just wanted to throw that little thing in there. I am finally home. So now I am really, really, really gonna end the vlog. really. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much to all of you for all of your support. I so appreciate it, and for your wonderful comments. Please make sure to leave them down below. I absolutely adore reading them. Even if I don't get the opportunity to answer every single one of them, I do read them, I promise you. So yes, share it out, subscribe guys, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.